I think you need to check your volume there and see, because mine is high. I can see from the mixer here. It's like the technicians will have to come and help us. The technicians will have to come and help us and see. All right. So the technicians will come and help us. Let's see. She said mine is low. So Jess is going to work on it and see.
Let me
amplify my voice a little bit.
Give me a second.
Okay. So let's see whether we get me clearer now. Right. So you will see on the screen here. On the screen, that is the person we want to talk about, and Chioma will explain her own side of this whole story, this whole thing. She will explain her own side about this whole story. So, Chairman, would like to say good morning. Are you getting me? Am I clearer now? Am I better? Are you getting me?
You are a bit clearer, but not enough. I don't know if I could get a earpod to see if it can transmit higher and clearer.
Yeah, I think you need to do that. You need to do that because I think it's important. So let's get earpiece there. So suppose you can put the earpiece, you hear me? Yeah, so that we can hear her. All right. Let's see. I want to play from the earpiece now.
Okay, hello. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. You hear me? What is she getting me? Chema, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, but I don't know.
You can hear me from your earpiece?
Okay, we may please go on without the earpod. Just go on, please.
Okay. Okay, I show.
But just be a bit audible. Thank you. Let's go on.
Yeah, so let's just begin. Let's just begin this thing, Chairman. Do you know Bishop Blessing?
Yes, I know Bishop Blessing.
You know him personally?
Yes, I know him in person.
Okay, so what is your experience with him? What transpired between both of you? What happened between two of you?
Okay, greetings and great people of Liberia, all the way from Nigeria. My name is Chioma John. Yes, and I know that the man displayed in picture on your screen. I know him from way back 2009, around 2009. Yes, he had reached me out on Facebook platform because I'm a pastor. I minister both in words and in songs. And I think he saw one of those things on the internet and maybe reach out to me, of course. And then we started communication. And that was where we got to know ourselves. Can I go on?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so he reached out to me on Facebook and we got communicating, and he invited me for a program in Lagos because as at that time I was in Benin, Edo State, the capital of Edo State, where I had just gotten an admission into the higher institution, and of course also working in the church as a minister. So he reached out to me and for a program he was organizing in Lagos around Ajegule, my 12 Ajegule axis. And during this period, he had wooed me for a relationship. And I think I remember meeting my pastor then in Benin and said, I was going to have a program in Lagos and I want you to pray along with me. And of course, this man is asking for a relationship, but I wouldn't do anything until I see him in person. Of course, we're just communicating on the internet, but I wouldn't do anything. That's how I was trained, of course, to inform the presiding pastor over me of any journey I was going to make. So I informed him that there is somebody who had invited me for a program in Lagos in around 2009, and of course he's asking for a relationship, but I wouldn't do anything until I see him, because I don't even know who he is. And of course, meeting him on the internet gives me that room to, of course, know him when I journey to his church for a program. And then when I got to Lagos around 2009, I think I remember I was lodged in a hotel that was painted orange color or something. And I remember after the first time I entered the church for a ministration, I think I was wearing a blue suit up and down, the trousers. And I got to the altar. And then after ministration, I think I came outside for a bit of a fresh air after the service and after my ministration. A young lady in the church, named withheld, but I think I've mentioned it in the last video. Yes, a young lady ran to me from inside the church to the outside where I was, and told me that she was an usher. And of course, we spoke the same dialect, the same native dialect. So it was easy to connect with her. So seeing how the Spirit of God and the power of God moved in the church, and everything that had happened, she was so concerned about what would have brought me to the church. Maybe, of course, because there is a custom in the church that any lady who comes to the church would have something with the pastor. So she wanted to go deeper with me, asking some questions. How did I know this man? What happened? How did I get connected with him? Of course, everything I've narrated here was what I narrated to her. This was how I knew him, and I came for a ministration. I'm a pastor. I'm a minister of words and in songs too. And they started telling me all manner and all sorts of demonic activities in the church, strange activities of how this man was involved in a lot of sexual escapades with some of the ushers, the women in church. In fact, at a particular time, she mentioned that a particular lady had aborted about 16 times or something for him. And then you can imagine in the shock that I was. I said, thank you, Jesus, in my mind for bringing me to this place, of course, to even know this person. I wouldn't have known this by mere communication on the internet. And then after the program, I went to the hotel where I was lodged. Something led to something. He came to the hotel where I was as a guest minister who was of his church, who was lodged in the hotel. He came to visit me. And then while he was at it, like I said in the video formerly, he came in and the door was open. Oh, man of God. And we greeted, and all of a sudden his countenance changed. His aura changed. And I was trying to understand what he was doing, because I would not understand the connection of what is it called, sex or immorality with coming to minister in a church. I'm not trained like that. From where I come from, whatever we hold due in purity, we stand on it with a lot of integrity. So I was wondering what that was. And then all of a sudden, he pounced on me, like I said, with the fist of a beast, and I maintained the same language. And of course, as at that period, I was within the age of 17, 18, thereabout. And like I said, I was already ordained a minister at a very early age. So that's aside. So he pounced on me with the fist of around that age, and I could barely had even moved my limbs or even my body. So with the force with which he pounced on me, I had to scream. And I told him, I am a virgin. Don't do this. I am a virgin. So he was in his what will I put it? In his multitude of dark living. Let me use that word. His multitude of dark living and all manner of sexual escapade. Of course, he would not have believed that a lady who is heavily used by God, like that, who is exposed and maybe at that age would would not be a virgin. So I kept screaming. I said, I'm a virgin. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. I was trying all I could in my fist to repel him, but he became stronger and stronger as the minute goes by. And all of a sudden, he penetrated and he saw it, that the blood came out and everywhere was spilled with blood on the bed. And that was when immediately he saw that what I was telling him was truth. After he has pounced on me with the fist of a beast, like I said, he immediately relieved himself and said, I had to leave the bed. I remember I ran in tears, sobbing. I could remember the picture of me standing even in the restroom, shaving. Whatever I say here is before God and myself. And of course,